What's up, brothers? Hope everyone's doing well out there. Quick shout out to Mother Nature for providing me with this magnificent parcel of land and these two symmetrical crepe myrtles behind me. And this eloquent sunlight poking through the trees, bringing out only the most handsome features that my face has to offer. I'm looking mid. Anyways, what I want to talk about in today's video is how to give your attention value, or how to create value for your attention, I should say. And of course, I don't put down bullet points or write notes or prepare these videos ahead of time. I turn the camera on and I shoot the shit with you guys. That's what I do. And you know, I understand this is a popular subject out there. I hear a lot of people talk about this. You know, they say attention is currency, so on and so forth. But I don't think I've ever seen anybody explain to you how to make this work for you. You know, a lot of people try and they just tell you to ignore women or so on and so forth. And guys are finding out the hard way. When you ignore somebody that doesn't even know you exist, you're doing them a favor. Doesn't make them like you more. So we're going to get into the details and we're going to teach you how to make your attention have value. Now, here's what you need to understand, okay? In order for it to have value, it has to be something that people are accustomed to having. So, let's start with the two most important words in the world of communication. Hello and goodbye. Many different variations of this. You could say hello, you could say hey, you could say sup, you could say what up, you could say what's up, brothers. You could say hola, you could say como estás, you could say how are you. It's just a greeting, it's an opener. Plenty different ways to say goodbye. You could say goodbye, bye, see ya, later, adios, hasta mañana. Or if you're in a relationship, a kiss could serve as hello and goodbye. You know, that's your girlfriend. Maybe you stop by her work because she has your keys. You stop in and you give her a kiss. That's a form of hello. You take the keys, you give her another kiss. That's a form of goodbye. Yeah, that's just the way it is, right? The reason why these are the two most powerful words in the world of communication is because hello opens the door for communication, and goodbye closes the door for communication. Now, whether we're talking about your girlfriend, or the girl at the gym that you have a crush on, or that girl at work that you have a crush on, I know a lot of you guys say don't shit where you eat. Well, I say as long as your game's not shit, it's all fair play. Now, like I said, whether it's your girlfriend or just some woman that you've had a crush on for the last 6 months, doesn't make a difference. You have to create a situation where she has become accustomed to hello and goodbye. That's the initial stage. That's the start of it. Okay, so the first time you see her every day, you say hello. The last time you see her every day, you say goodbye. Okay, and like I said, if it's your girlfriend, maybe you give her a kiss. Hello and goodbye. Now, the reason why this is important is because you're acknowledging her existence, you're showing her attention, you're greeting her with a hello, and you're closing out the day with a goodbye. This lets her know that you see her every day. You know, you are willing to open up the communication every single day and close it off in a respectful way. Now, you might be saying, okay, well, where is he going with this? And here, we're about to get into that. Okay. Here's why this matters. When somebody becomes accustomed to you acknowledging them and communicating with them, it's similar to any other type of currency, right? So let's say we're talking about money. You ever worked an hourly job? You know, let's say you have an hourly job. You work 40 hours a week and your paychecks are $700. You don't really understand currency. You don't understand the value of it until you take a day off. Okay, so you work 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, you take one day off, you no longer make $700, now you make $560 or whatever. Well, now you notice it. Now you no longer have as much money as you do month. You're broke. You're behind on your bills because your budget is too big for your income now, right? You don't notice it until it's gone. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Same thing goes with communication. Okay, now obviously this works better if this is already your girlfriend, but sometimes people take a day off of being respectful to you, or they take a day off from being within your boundaries. For example, let's say you said hello and goodbye to her every day for the last 30 days. And somewhere out of the blue, she does something to breach your trust. Whatever that is, or she oversteps a boundary. But she's done something to breach your trust. Well, now you remove the hello and the goodbye. Or maybe you said hello, then she breached your trust, and you remove the goodbye. So now that the goodbye is gone and the respectful communication is disrupted, well, now she's wondering why you didn't say goodbye. You understand? She's become somewhat addicted to the hello and the goodbye. So now she's texting you, she's calling you. She's saying, hey, what's going on? You just kind of snuck out without saying goodbye. This is unusual. Or, you know, if it's your girlfriend, you just decide to not give her a kiss goodbye. You just don't do it. She reaches out, what's going on? You know, something was off about this encounter. What happened? And that's when you respond, you know, calm and casually with, don't worry about it. Nothing. No problem. But she knows there is a problem. You know, she knows something is off about the communication that the two of you had that day. So she's going to keep reaching out. And she's going to think about it. And she's going to realize, oh shit. He caught me talking to my ex-boyfriend. Or whatever, right? She's going to realize, oh shit. He caught me lying to him. Oh shit. Well, now that that attention is gone, she realizes how important that attention was to her. Now, this is something that can hold true. Like if I had a daughter, I could tell her the same thing, that she should conduct herself this way around her boyfriend, right? So it goes for both men and women. But essentially, that's how you create value from your attention. You have to consistently give it to somebody when things are going well. You know, when the encounter is going as you would expect it to. You're getting cooperation from the person. You can trust the person. You know, things are going well. You always give them that attention. But when they do something to overstep a boundary or breach your trust, for me, that's the big thing. You know, if a woman breaches my trust, she does something to make me feel like I can't trust her anymore, that attention is gone, right? Well, that's when they realize, or they feel the loss, you could say, and they realize what you meant to them. But you're never going to have value within your attention if you don't consistently give them that attention. And this isn't something that you do to play a mind game, to punish somebody when things aren't going your way. No. This is something that should be instinctual. You know, you've got a girlfriend. When things are going well, when she is a person that you can trust, we'll just say that, there's no reason to punish her. But when she does something that disrupts that trust, you should then automatically say, you know what, I don't want to think about this girl right now. I don't want to talk to her right now. I don't want to be around her right now. I'm a little bit disgusted by her right now. I can't trust her anymore. Now the attention's gone. So here's the thing. And this is why this is important, because a lot of guys, the issues that they have in dating or relationships, you know, a lady pulled back on them, or she quit texting and he thinks something's up or something's off. They go in this mode where they think they have to put in all this extra effort, you know, educate themselves on female nature, the dark side of female nature, all this shit, right? In reality, they have to be smart about it and just say, okay, for some reason she's acting different. And this is a breach of trust for me, because I didn't expect her to act different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove my attention. You know, I'm going to completely cut it off. And if she discovers, or she has a feeling going on inside her that my attention mattered to her, that my attention had value, then she's going to reach out. And if she reaches out, she's going to understand that she did something to disrupt, you know, my trust and what I thought of her. And she's probably going to try to correct that. And on the other hand, you know, if she just doesn't give a shit about me, then it's not going to matter. And I don't want to play that game anyways. That's something that guys have to understand. You know, I'm not going to sell you lies here. You know, that's not the intention. That's not what I want to do here. A lot of times a woman's just not interested in you. And you got to accept that. You got to be mature enough to walk away. Ain't nobody got time for that. Because all this stuff you see floating around the manosphere, you know, related to the dark side of female nature, and, you know, women want men that treat them poorly, and, you know, all this stuff that you see, it's actually not true, and it's coming from guys that don't really have a lot of experience with women, or they're just selling you something and they're intentionally overcomplicating it. The truth of the matter is, if a woman likes you and wants to cooperate with you, you can just trust your moral compass. You can just trust your instincts and say, well, when something's off, I'm going to take a step back. You know, I'm going to withdraw myself because something's off. And if she just doesn't like you in the first place, ignoring her or displaying high value or pre-selection, none of that shit is going to make a difference. Because when somebody doesn't like you, when somebody isn't attracted to you, and you ignore them, you're just doing them a favor. You know, they're going to be happy that you're leaving them alone. It's kind of brutal, but it's true. But anyways, you know, I don't mean to stray off topic there. I guess the whole point that I wanted to make is that if you want your attention to have value, well, it's got to be something that's consistent, because if it's inconsistent, they're not going to realize when you pull it away. And you only pull it away when your boundaries are being overstepped. You dig? Alright, so, you know, I like to go back to the basics and, you know, kind of give you guys these very simple lessons, because I don't know, you know, I've done a lot of studying of what makes a coach great. I don't even know if I consider myself a coach, but what makes a coach great? What makes Phil Jackson great? What makes Nick Saban great? What makes Bill Belichick great? What makes Urban Meyer great? And they all had one thing in common. And it wasn't that they had this super complex system that was more advanced than everyone else's. No, it's that they stick to the fundamentals and the basics. And then they develop their players like fuck. They just develop the fuck out of their players. So even though the opposing side knows exactly what's coming, they know exactly what they're looking at, they can't do shit to stop it because those players are so developed. You know, and I think we have to go back to the fundamentals and the basics in order for you guys to be fucking unstoppable. Even though everybody sees what you're doing, they see what you're up to, they can't stop it because you're so fucking good at it. You know, that's my opinion. I think that's what separates the weak coaches from the good coaches. And another thing, if they're always hyper-focused on the dark side of female nature and the ways women manipulate you or deceive you, let me tell you something. If their behaviors and what they're doing is causing the dark side of female nature to show, they're not very good at what they're doing. You know, a guy that's good with women brings out the bright side of female nature. You know, he brings out the nurturing side. He doesn't bring out the side that wants a sexless marriage. He brings out the side that makes her want to fuck him every single day. You know, it's Valentine's Day around my house 3 times a week. You know, some guys bring out the dark side of female nature. Some guys have the ability to bring out the sugar and spice and everything nice. You got to have the fundamentals if you want to do that. Before every NBA basketball game, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Jokic, Brandon Tatum, whoever, they're on the court doing layup drills. 2 dribbles and a layup. Why the fuck would LeBron James need to practice layups? For as long as he's been doing what he's doing, why is he still focusing on the fundamentals and the basics? Well, because the fundamentals and basics are there on every single play. They never go away. They're always there. And if you want to be in a rhythm and you want to be good at whatever it is you're trying to do, you have to stay in a rhythm. You have to continuously practice those basic fundamentals. Don't overcomplicate things. Understand it's a simple process and develop the fuck out of yourself. Alright guys, guess we'll go ahead and shut this one off, but I hope this video was somewhat informative, and that's about it for today guys. Until next time, see ya.